Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for phone. Gone. Ooh. Man overboard. Houston, we have a problem. Comms are down. Darby?
I didn't know your phone was a man.
Well, it used to be. It was transitioning. It was in the middle of transitioning.
And it transitioned out of existence.
It transitioned out of existence. So my neighbor roommates, they invited me out to an evening at Precinct. Friend of the pod. Yeah, and I was so excited to like be a little social. I got all dressed up. I felt really cute. I never feel cute, especially in a gay bar where it's like now I'm fully, you know, whatever. I was having a great time, going to the bathroom every 10 minutes like I do.
Yeah, you love doing that.
I put my phone in my I had a tiny little purse, but I put it, instead of sideways, so where it was fully in the purse, I left it up. Then I put the purse behind my back. And it was full, but it wasn't packed. And someone kind of bumps up against me. And I'm like, rude. And I look, and it's a guy in a white sweatshirt. And I'm like, huh, weird. And so I kind of just take a few more steps. I go to get my phone's gone. It's not there. And I realized that the bump into me didn't feel just like it's crowded, someone bumped into me. It felt, I kind of felt my purse like, move. The guy is still behind me, and he has his hands all the way down his jeans and coming up. And I go, did you take my phone? Instead of going, no, fuck off, you're crazy, he goes, huh? No. And then he goes, come here. And he walks me to the back of the room, the bar. And he goes, what's wrong? And I go, did you take my phone? And he was like, no. And before I could even suggest or ask why he had his hands so far down his pants, he goes, look. And I was like...
He opened his pants?
He like pulled his belt pant loop out. And I go, I'm not going to reach in there.
That's
just
guilty as
give me my phone back. And he goes, no, really? And so he unbuttons a button and he pulls everything out. I did see the top of his dick. And at that...
What did it look like?
It was great.
Oh, great.
At that point, I was like, I've already accused this person. And if he was innocent, that does not feel good for me to accuse an innocent person. But I don't think he was. And suspicious behavior for me to not even mention the jeans to him to show me. And so I walk away. I go ask like workers, like, did anyone turn in a phone? I go retrace my steps. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Then I think about it and I'm like, I shouldn't have lost confidence. That guy stole my phone.
Yeah.
I go back to where he was. This wasn't even 2 minutes later. He's gone. Yeah. I searched the whole place. Gone. I'm not upset because my phone is gone. I'm upset because I couldn't solve the case. I have watched Veronica Mars upwards of
too many times.
10 times since it came out. Once a year. Twice a year, maybe.
Sorry to scare everybody. It's us. It's Darby and Alexis.
Yeah. Hi. And we have a special message for you from our sponsors.
Yes, I'm so sorry. You're absolutely right, Alexis. For once. So we wanted to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is, of course, Surfshark.
Dun-it. Dun-it. Dun-a, 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 dun-a.
Could you tell what I was doing?
You're surfing and I'm a shark.
Oh my god.
We're synced up.
So Surfshark is a VPN that saves your information, protects your computer from internet criminals, and allows you to travel the world.
Oh, can I do it again? Can I do it again?
Yes.
Can we just start over?
And you can. But I'm already kind of like, I'm already in it.
Oh, you're on the wave. You've caught the wave.
I have.
Okay.
You know, surfers, we can't go back. I mean, even though I think that's kind of the point, is we have to get back to the shore.
Well,
but
I'm
not the way I do it.
Okay. Well, you know how everyone every year looks forward to Shark Week? Well, every week can be Shark Week with Surfshark.
Yep, I use Surfshark every day because I have very important information on my computer. And I don't want internet criminals to steal it.
No,
okay?
no,
They can steal my heart. I would love that. Send me a DM that makes me go, my Atlanta. But not my information.
And okay? I love watching movies. You know, I love to watch my shows. I need to see my stories. Otherwise, I don't have anything to talk about. So
that is true.
So I really need Surfshark so I can watch, because I've gone through all the ones here. I need to put my computer in
other places.
Here, there, everywhere, underwater.
You can travel the world.
I can travel
I'm not even kidding you.
With Surfshark.
If you want to keep your information safe like I do every single day, or if you want to travel the world like she does when she's bored, you can get Surfshark yourself by using the code IMHO at checkout. You get 3 months free.
3 months
Yeah.
free. Do you know how many Shark Weeks are in 3 months?
3
At
times
least
4,
6.
12. It's 12.
Huh?
Well, in Texas, I'm sure that would have gotten you an A.
Well, no, because, okay, so dog years is 7, right?
The link is in the description box below, so you can go there. Or, it's the future, folks. We've got a QR code.
Oh!
Poke it. Poke it. We'll wait. We'll wait. Poke it. Oh.
Did you say poke it?
Yeah, what do you do with QR codes?
You scan them with your camera phone.
Okay, I see that. I see that. And I raise you. You have to poke it.
Wait.
If it's not in focus. Or just go to the link and use code IMHO and enjoy your 3 months. Thank you again, Surfshark. Without you, my information would not be safe. And without you...
I wouldn't have anything to talk about.
That's so true. Take it home.
Surfshark does it better. Surfshark does it right.
Surfshark.
You were a little late
On what?
with the Surfshark.
Oh, I was doing jazz.
With the button.
I was doing jazz. You haven't
You're
seen La La
back
Land.
phrasing.
You haven't seen La La Land.
Oh,
so
I've seen La La
with
Land.
jazz, you
I've
can
seen
take
La
your
La
own
Land
time.
in every language it comes in using Surfshark.
Damn, that was good, Bevels.
Surfshark. Then I'm like, whatever. I have this computer. The computer has text, and can find my iPhone. Let's just go home. Where's my computer? It's at her house.
Hi.
It's at her house. But I have a key to her house. So
Yeah.
it's 2:30 in the morning. Did you hear me?
No. I had taken my sleep gummies that night.
Okay.
Can I say this, though?
Yeah.
You are welcome to come into my house whenever. Truly, I trust you. However, sometimes when I go to bed early, Curtis will stay up late.
Yeah.
So maybe next time, text us both.
Well, I didn't have a phone.
Well, how did you text me? Kevin?
Kevin.
Maybe next time have Kevin text both of us.
I will. Can I tell you something that will help?
Yeah.
Can I tell you, sorry. Can I tell you something that might set...
choked up?
Yes, the idea
Yeah.
is horny. When I came around, I looked and I made sure no lights were on. Because you have...
Yeah, you're right.
Because I can see...
Yeah.
The phone, by the way, is still saying that it's on that corner. And I
It's
think
on
he
the
tossed
corner
it.
of Precinct?
Yeah, but you called and they didn't find it.
Maybe we should have called back, though. Maybe it hadn't made it to the Lost and Found yet. I do want to say, Precinct, you do a wonderful job. So she messages me via her computer very, very early aughts and is like, will you please call? I was like, absolutely. So I call and they're like, oh, hang on, let me look. Oh, I'm so sorry, there's no phones in here. And I was like, no problem. And then I realized, because I went on their website to look up their phone number. I don't know why I did that, okay? Again, early aughts, that's where my brain was. They have a Lost and Found ticket. And so you can put in the date you were there,
that's
all
so
the information,
nice.
and what it was. And if it does somehow make it in like later, like someone did end up picking it up as they were cleaning up the next day, they'll email you or call you.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe we should do that just in case.
I'll do that just in case. I will say randomly, I backed up my phone that morning,
That's God.
which is insane.
That's on gosh.
And then also,
Oh, gosh.
I was to the end of that phone anyways. I was never one.
You can't fully play Granny on a cracked screen.
No, you can't. I was never one to let my screen be cracked, but for some reason, this last phone, I was just like, oops, it's cracked.
You knew, and that's gosh. By the way, I've determined that God is now Gosh, and Gosh is a female Goofy.
Gosh, Jad.
Uh-huh. I do actually have a couple updates as well.
Thank you for your assistance. You're very
What?
kind to help me.
I barely did anything, but
I know.
anytime. And thank you, Kevin.
Your friend Kevin is now
that
my friend
you
Kevin.
housemate with Kevin, my life is so much easier.
Yeah, because if it weren't, like, can I tell you, when you lose your phone, when you are trying to get into your account, they send the codes to your,
Your phone. I'm well aware.
It's awful.
Yep.
Oh, is that part of your update?
No, when I got a new phone number in January,
Oh,
it's been hell.
He's-
Never change your phone number, ever.
Anyway, Kevin helped me so much because I couldn't get into my...
You know what? That boy
Accounts?
is more than just
And-
very round pecs. He is a friend and a neighbor.
He drove me here tonight.
He's just the sweetest boy.
He's the sweetest boy.
Speaking of sweet, I have a really fun update for
Tell-
you.
I wanna
I'm
know.
really excited to tell y'all. I get a phone call the other day from my brother, you know, the twin one. He and his wife, they do cookies. Travel agents will offer them as gifts to people at Disney resorts that they've like booked for them.
Huh.
So Grant often is at some Disney resort delivering cookies to later be delivered to the people. Also, by the way, remember, he lost his job because Pastor, that's gone. So if you need cookies in Orlando, Craft Cookie Co.
They're really good cookies.
They're so good that I got 2 giant boxes of cookie advent calendars she made. JB ate every single cookie.
And every single one, yeah.
It was that good.
They're
She ate
JB
50
endorsed.
cookies.
And JB is a really picky eater. She will eat anything.
She didn't throw up or diarrhea at all.
Good quality.
I can't relate. He was at the Polynesian. Beautiful resort, beautiful, gorgeous. I don't know if it was the front desk guy or the person, I don't remember, but someone that worked there was like, oh, what's your company name? And he was like, Craft Cookie Co. or whatever. This guy was like, oh, I follow you on Instagram. And Grant was like, what? And he was like, yeah, there's a drag queen that I like to watch on YouTube, and she told me about this company. My brother was like, Darby? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm her twin brother. But his name is Tanner.
Really close.
His name is Tanner. And he was so sweet, it made Grant's day. Grant was so excited to tell me that he got stopped because someone knew us. As he's telling me this, my oldest nephew was with my brother. Hey, Uncle Drew, we met someone who knew you. I have to say, Tanner, you brought so much joy to our entire family.
Thank you, Tanner.
And then 5 minutes after I got on the phone with Curtis. I was on the phone with Curtis. I'm realizing I'm switching my husband's name with my twin brother's name, and that's not something I can take on at the moment. I'm not taking that on. No, when I got on the phone with Grant 5 minutes later, I got a DM from Tanner, and it was just like, hey, I just saw your brother, I think, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Tanner. You are the sweetest. I'm your biggest fan.
We'll come stay at your hotel. Just send us the deets.
You ever stay at the Polynesian?
No, I would absolutely love to. Excuse me.
I will say that we stayed at it when I was little tiny baby. We used the soap and shampoo from the Polynesian.
For years after.
For a decade. I mean, the amount of soap and shampoo my parents had to steal. So I'm very familiar with your swan-shaped soap that they can never come back. Yeah. Well, they're too poor now.
Along the same vein, a quick little story, and then I promise we'll get to the drag race.
Yeah.
My niece, Eleanor,
I love that name.
Yeah, she's so cute. My family went to go visit them, and my niece Eleanor says, I need you to get really famous because I need you to become friends with Taylor Swift so I can meet Taylor Swift and bring her to my school. And I said, okay, done. Give me a couple days. I'm working on it.
Become friends with Jade Jolie. That will get you to Taylor.
I'm more intimidated by the thought of approaching Jade Jolie than I would be Taylor Swift. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it does. We have a more personal connection to Jade than we do to Taylor. So if Taylor's an asshole, it doesn't matter.
No, I think Taylor's nice.
Jade, I love.
I'm getting on board. I'm getting on board her private jet.
I didn't say that she would be. I'm just saying, like, there's no threat of anything good or bad happening with her. Whereas with Jade, it would devastate me.
Yeah, if she didn't like us, I would be so upset.
Well, if she didn't like you, I don't think that would affect me. But if she didn't like me, whew. I have one last thing. I was in Instagram. Okay, you ever used it? I saw that Scarlett Harlot was live, and I love her makeup. So I was like, oh fuck, if she's doing her makeup, I'll put that on. So I just said like, oh hey girl, you should be on Drag Race. I think you'd be really good at it. And then Scarlett responded with the sweetest little thing. As soon as she finished saying what she said, I closed out so I could type it out. Oh, Darby, you should do it. But also, I'm not sure if that's a good idea because I want to hear your unfiltered opinions. And if you become a Rue girl, you'll suddenly be positive and have to uplift the community. Why can't we just go back to being nasty little drag queens who are awful to each other? Miss Scarlett Harlot. She's sweet.
Can I say?
Yeah.
And I mean this with the utmost love.
Okay.
I do not think going on that show would filter you in any way. I think if anything, you would be even more of a monster.
When someone says, I mean the most respect, you know what they're about to say is rotten.
But true. You disagree.
But true. Listen, I'm not going to run from it. I'm not going to run from the allegations. I'm not going to run.
But that's why I think you would be such a star on that vehicle because you're like Bianca Del Rio. You are nasty, but you're also nice.
And we have legs that are too skinny for our bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say it. I wasn't going to say it because I'm embarrassed, but I'm brave. I am brave. I am bruised. I am who I'm meant to be. I'm Darby. Okay.
I want you to do that song.
You know how Girlfriend Experience totally fangirled over
so
us
nice.
at the Queer Tees?
Yeah.
So sweet. And I have been riding that high. So again, I'm on Instagram. I see her live. Now this one I was like, she likes us. And like, I know she likes me. So like, I still get gagged when Drag Race girls say my name. We're the same. You and I, we're the same. So I was like, I want to just go say hi. So she says like, oh, hi Darby, you know, whatever. So I go in. I say hi. And she goes, Darby? Who's Darby? I don't know a Darby. I did go to school with a Darby though. And then someone in the chat caught it and was like, ooh, Miss Darby, she roasted you. Or something like, ooh, that's gotta hurt. And it did. Listen, I get it. Listen, I get it. She meets a lot of people.
Listen.
I take back everything I said about her loving us because I'm not sure. No, I'm just kidding. I'll just say, be careful when you go into lives. Protect your peace.
And be careful what you wish for.
Thank you. And with that, let's wish for another episode of Drag Race season
16. We're coming down to a close because it is the top 4. Now, are we going to have a final 4? Is it going to go to a top 3? What's going to happen?
We're not going to ruin it for you because we know you haven't watched the episode yet and you're just watching us to get a tease. But Alexis, I was so happy for you when I watched this episode. I'll say that.
Why?
At the outcome.
Oh, why for me though?
You don't like her.
I don't really like, I mean... I like her fine. I just don't really...
You don't have to justify it.
You know what I don't like? I don't like her attitude, which reminded me, because the mini challenge, they had to lip sync in water. And remember in season 5 when they had to do a photo shoot in water?
Yeah, and Alaska.
Remember how Alaska was... She manifested her anxiety by being a little bitch about it. Don't you think?
She had a lot of success in her city. She kind of felt like a big fish going into...
That photo shoot underwater.
Yeah, going into that aquarium. I think she was just young.
Well, yeah, for sure. And now that now that we know more about her, and now that I'm a little older, I can... Not just a little bit.
Girly pop.
I understand.
We had gotten on Drag Race
I understand.
in our 20s.
Oh, I would be dead.
God.
I would be dead from all the drugs I did.
Drag Race isn't stopping you from doing them now.
No, but the journey would have been different. I mean, I do think the ending will be the same.
Yeah. Did you realize, I only got this because of Twitter. Oh, I love it. Saphira's twin look last week, the orange.
Yes, it was Maya on the Page's entrance look.
Yes.
I think Maya on the Page...
put it over an orange skirt.
I think Maya on the Page was saying, here, you can have whatever you want. Because she, you know, she carried her a few episodes.
I think a lot of people leave stuff behind for the girls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We see repeated wigs. We see... But that was iconic. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
now that I know that, that's even better.
Because she really had to scrap her whole idea and come up with something brand new with nothing.
And it looked good. I mean, it wasn't
did look great.
A great twin runway or family or whatever, but... I mean, she looked good. When they come back from last week, before they lip sync underwater, Q
and Plane
are
doing shade.
They are, which is fine.
Funny.
Unfortunately, Plane is a little more well-practiced at it. And Q says to Plane, you know, there's been plenty of people with high scoreboards that haven't won this competition. And then Sapphira said, not a lot though.
Girl.
Let's tally it up. I would have left the room.
Get a clue, Q.
Would you not have? I would have been devastated by that.
But playing devil's advocate?
Okay.
That confidence, that delusion...
We can only hope for.
We can only hope for.
Yeah, I agree.
I would love just a slice of that diffusion.
But if you are going as they do, because remember, they filmed this all in like...
Oh my God. By the end, I'm sure their brains are mush.
Yeah. Anyway, it made me laugh. One thing that you are most excited about, so they have to write their own little like autobiographies, their own little books.
They have to write a full book.
And
then, they get to do like an interview. It's basically like a mini podcast with Matt Rogers.
Were you losing it?
I'm obsessed.
I know you
with
are.
him. I'm a Las Culturistas girly. I'm a Katie. I'm a reader. I'm a publicist. I'm not a finalist at this point, but I know I have it in me. And
I don't know what any of that is.
That's their fandom.
And I agree.
I thought he did a wonderful job. Don't you think?
I think he did great.
He is such a good interview.
I want Matt Rogers to continue the rise that he's already well on.
Oh, and he will. Do you know that he's currently filming a Netflix series with Ray Romano? Okay. Let me start over.
Hang on, I can't breathe. That's the funniest thing you have ever said.
Wait. Okay, but he's iconic.
No, he is. We're talking about this like young, hot, like gay, queer actor. We're like, oh, I want the best one.
Let me do it over. Can I do it over?
Ray Romano.
Can I do it over?
I just would have led with Ray Romano.
Okay, let me do it over.
Okay, I apologize.
He is doing a Netflix show with Lisa Kudrow from Friends.
Hot, yeah.
And Ray Romano.
Did you watch Down for Love or whatever that he was in? His daughter was married to the rich guy who kept her in the compound.
Yes, you told me to watch that. I watched that. I watched the first season.
He was like dating a robot or like a mannequin.
And
he was wonderful in that show. You watched that show.
Yeah.
The husband.
Down for Love or something. Yeah, the husband's hot as
hell. I do love that Matt was asking, all right, do you want to throw a little shade? And Plain immediately was like, okay. And she shaded everybody, which is like, it's plain, you know?
Yeah.
But then they cut to Matt's talking head and he goes, sometimes when an interviewer asks you to be shady, you don't have to do it.
I thought it was insightful.
So good.
He's so good. I love him.
And I'm sorry that I doubted that for a while.
No, he's very hot.
I'm so
and
sorry.
During the very touching interview with Nymphia, when she was describing European beauty standard,
yeah,
the camera was on Matt because he is the European beauty standard.
Oh, you mean white?
No, he is his own, but the way the things that she was describing, the camera went right to him, and it was like she was describing him.
What I loved about the Nymphia interview was her initial thing that she brought up was being covered in dog poop. That is so Nymphia. I was like, yeah.
It's that quality. I'm really happy she still has it at the finish line of, this is silly, we're drag queens.
It's all silly.
And we're all just
gorgeous.
We're all just covered in poop. You know what I mean?
Listen, if you lay with dogs, well, there's shit on you now.
Have you ever seen The Power of the Dog? He lays down in poop.
What a long movie, and for what?
Well, you do get to see Benedict Cumberbatch.
I see him a lot. We're friends.
You and Benny?
His friends will call him Benny. We call him Cumby.
Can I see you back here?
I think this will fall off.
No.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay, I'm sorry.
I understand that Curtis is very famous now. And that he has a lot of very influential friends in the business. David Dastmalchian and the like. And
I loved that movie.
I loved it too.
We saw his new movie where
we saw The Devil and the Late Night with the Devil, and it was really good. It was so good. You know,
it's not even my kind of movie.
I might watch that again next year for Halloween. It's a good Halloween movie.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Back to back here. I'm wondering if it's possible if I could just sit in on one of your friendship meetings with Benedict Cumberbatch. I have some questions. 42 questions.
So, listen. I want the happiness for you. I do.
Thank you so much.
But I want that same happiness for all of my friends. Okay? Yeah. And Cumby, he told me actually it was the third time we hung out, because the first 2 times we were rolling, and so we were saying a lot of stuff.
You were rolling in dog poop, Nymphia style.
No, Benedict Cumberbatch gave me drugs. Cumby just doesn't like to be encumbered upon by fans.
Yeah.
And so...
Well, I'm not a fan. I'm your friend.
In that scenario, though, do you think that our friendship is stronger?
I can edit it down to 20 questions. You could throw a party. That's 20 questions.
Okay.
A 20 questions party.
You edit it down to 20 questions. Okay. That sounds fun. Okay. That sounds great. 20 questions. Who doesn't like 20 questions? Here's the thing, though. With Alexis Bevels, each question will start 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Before that's finished.
You know that's part of my
20
brand.
times 4 is...
24.
You know what? We'll meet him tomorrow. I'll send you an address. Just show up.
Okay. Ooh.
The runway is Fandango.
Which means fans, not movies. Remember that app?
Remember when you had to call
the
movie theater and you'd get the recording? And it'd be like,
children, listen up.
Showtimes today.
Or you had to check the newspaper.
Oh, the newspaper, baby.
And you had to call and get the newspaper delivered to your house.
The newspaper makes mistakes. So you do want to call ahead of time. I'm talking to people in the past. If you're watching this from the past,
and only
you do
Sundays,
call before you go to the
comics
theater,
were.
Sometimes it changes.
The comics were in color only on Sundays. They were black and white every other day. They were black and white every other day. And there was more comics than normal.
So every day you'd get like 10 comics, okay? You'd get your family circle, you'd get your
or
what's the
the big dog.
Bailey? No. The
Ziggy.
The soldier, but Barney.
Marmaduke.
Sure. Up first, we have Q.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
Still not digging the hair, but I do like that she's
No,
wearing
I like
hair.
this hair.
I like that she's
me?
wearing hair.
It's so cool and intricate.
I don't trust myself with my feelings about her. So you're right. Saphira, holy shit.
I wasn't sure, and then when the reveal happened,
neither.
I loved it.
I was like, ma'am, you're walking out with one
I was like,
fan.
what? And why is
And
this dress
then-
not big? And then now we understand why. I loved it, and I loved the hair. That was incredible.
Yeah, she looked incredible. My
Yeah.
favorite thing, though.
Such a strong package from this
her
one.
voice over. She says, and honey, these titties are nicely spaced. Because she had titties
She
that
was. I wonder.
weren't
If,
right
I wonder
here.
if Maya gave her that too.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because you can't just like.
Because why else would she have shown
Why
up
wouldn't
with-
she wear that one before?
Right, because the first one, that was on Amazon, baby.
Those were.
Those
what do
were
you
boa
call them?
titties.
Potato titties.
Which are boa titties.
Yeah.
Boa's potato titties.
Yeah.
She should release those.
Next, we have Nymphia Wind in this Marie Antoinette inspired with the fans.
And then her pussy's on fire.
And the Pussy's on fire.
Which I was so happy to see because I was like, okay, this is fine. But I wanted to see the Nymphia of it. And then as soon as her pussy was on fire, I was like, okay, there's Nymphia.
There it is.
I pushed back.
I'm gonna sneeze.
I pushed side.
Oh no. I called attention to it. Now I'm not going to. You're actually pushing me.
Michelle, I get it. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to see
Another Marie Antoinette.
another Marie Antoinette. I get that because I feel the same way about Jennifer Coolidge in a Snatch Game. However,
This was great.
and it was different. And it's a drag show where they are given 3 weeks to put all of these looks together. And if they think Marie Antoinette works best for it, judge them based off of that, not over your own personal, like, well, Detox did it 6 years ago. Okay. And? Sorry. I don't have an issue with Michelle Visage. I love her. I just disagree.
Finally, we have Miss Plain Jane. Really, the only fan you get was from the Isis Wings.
Yeah, I think it was more
And the
the
pleated skirt.
pleating. Well, she was holding a fan. You got it.
Oh,
from
she
that.
was holding a big fan, yeah.
But yeah, I think the pleating
did
was
look-
like a call to
Yeah,
to
she
fan.
did look really beautiful.
She said, I love when rhinestone a corset thing. Will you rhinestone this for me?
Yeah.
Begin.
Done.
So Nymphia wins. Congratulations.
Nymphia wins.
I was
Congratulations.
so happy for her.
She's officially the front runner now? Or no, she's joining.
No.
She's joined them as 4 wins or no?
She's got 3 now.
Oh, she's only got 3. Saphira has 2 and she is safe. She did an excellent.
Saphira
has 4 and she is safe. She did an excellent job, which just means that the bottom 2 are Q and Plain. What'd you think about this lip sync?
Neither of them are great lip syncers. However, Plain is at least aware of what she does well, and she plays off of that really well.
Yeah.
Plain kind of edged
Edge
Q
because
out
she
just a
was
little
working
bit.
the titties bib. She took the bedazzled armor off, and underneath, what did you think about what was underneath? The body looked cool. The proportions looked really
looked
cool.
amazing. I don't mind the fact that it was just undergarments because it was nude and she had those giant tits. So it did just kind of look like she was naked.
nude. Yeah.
Which immediately, as soon as she revealed it, Ruth started scream laughing.
Yeah.
And it was over. At that point, it was over.
It was
and
over.
everything Plain did, whether or not this was the editing or real life, but everything she did after that, we heard or saw RuPaul scream laughing.
Yeah, no, I do think she took off and she kind of steadied the course. Plain did, and she landed the plane a little bit better than Q, who was just a bit off of the runway. Here's the thing, I don't think we've ever seen anyone garment-wise that has made the garments themselves like Q. She's like
Completely
runway
agreed.
package
Completely
up
agreed.
there. Bianca made all her own stuff, but it was kind of similar. Q gave us so many different things, and they were all so impressive.
Ginger Johnson made all her stuff.
Yes.
But it wasn't as complicated. Q's was...
The range
they were
that Q
over
has,
the top.
like...
Crazy. Yeah, it was really impressive. I was, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought this was gonna be just a run-of-the-mill, no go home you know, I
yeah,
thought.
and it could have
Because
been easily.
we had Willow season, we had a top 5.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, well, no one's going home. They already have their 4. And Q thought the same thing, because even as she starts to say it, you know, she gives the line of like, you're incredible and all of that. We were all just kind of waiting for Rue to go, and that's why you're staying.
Yeah.
Then she was like, sashay away, and you could see Q was like, wait, what? And at home, you know what I was doing?
It did feel...
Uh-huh. And it just seems so... It just seems so...
No. And it did feel sad to see her so sad.
To see
to
her
know that she was going home.
Ruined.
I normally don't watch to the end of the episode. I did watch because I wanted to see if she was gonna like
She cried.
rip the walls off or something.
Her mirror message did say like, this one hurts. And I was like, that's the most cute thing. Listen, she's had a good run. She
had an amazing run. She should be so proud of herself.
She showed her ass a couple times, and I do think that that's kind of where we're left.
She showed her head a lot of times.
But she did great runways, and I think also we forget, because of the way she looks, she's 26. She's so young.
Yeah, that's insane.
She has accomplished so much already, and I think the little personality issues, I think they'll smooth out.
They'll smooth out, yeah.
They'll smooth out. Or we'll all die because the world's on fire.
Good with a steamer. She's good with a steamer, so they'll come right out.
You got there. Stanley Steamer.
Tough on dirt.
Gentle on carpet. Well, that is another episode of Drag Race in our butt.
Next week is the reunion, and the following is the finale.
Oh my god! What? Next week is the Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza. Oh, wait.
It's not reunion.
It's the Lollapalooza. When did she announce that?
I thought you said you watched the end of the episode. It was in the preview for the next episode.
Oh, I didn't watch the preview for the next episode.
She did announce that because they closed up on Saphira and Nymphia going...
Yeah, so all the eliminated queens get to come back and lip sync for, what is it, $50,000?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's great.
It's going to go to Maya, as it should. But also, it was so funny to see...
Mirage.
Did you see Dawn's... I forgot she... was there.
I know, she got home way too early.
Way too early. No, Dawn.
Oh yeah,
Dawn tweeted out like, "I'm so excited to be back, but let's be real, it's a Lollapalooza. I'm not back for long," or something like that.
That's
so
funny.
So
what
funny.
if she surprises us and wins?
She won't.
Oh, a
All
mandatory meeting. We'll get to see her again.
I think she'll go a couple rounds for sure.
I'd love to go a couple rounds with her, respectfully.
Are you a lesbian now? I don't know what you are.
I don't know what I am either.
I am what I am.
You know what I am?
And what I am
is I'm over these boys on the apps.
Is horny.
Either...
do it all, babe. Experiment.
No, I don't want to do any of what they... Because it's
experiment.
No, I'm going to, but it's like... Come on.
Don't make me experiment.
Just have a little bit. If you were in game
penis.
is for me to shove my mouth up and down on a part of your body.
She'll do it.
I'll probably do it, but what you have to do is at least pretend like it's a real courtship. Just pretend. Don't be like, hey, I wanna friggin' on you. I want you to be like, hi, how are you?
Are you dating someone that says friggin'? Red flag. All right. Well, if you would like to be back next week for whatever the fuck we're gonna do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Of course,
Darby.
the bell notification
Darby,
bell.
I'm so sorry. Can I see you back here? I am probably not gonna be here next week. I don't know if it's next week or the following week.
If you want to Patreon, we are on that. We do cameos. Go to Cameo. We also have cameos. Go to IamMadeToTheShow.com for that, and all of our merch is at DragQueenMerch.com.
Yeah, so Darby.
You can't say this.
I'm going to take a
subject change. So what are you up to now? What's going on?
You know, I've been doing my walks.
I'm so impressed.
I just...
Is that insulting for me to be that impressed?
Hey, if it wasn't insulting, I would be worried for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
No. Oh, do you want to... Speaking of TikToks that changed our lives, I saw TikTok today and I tried it. It was a recipe. It was, you take a little Pyrex thing. You put a frozen hash brown in the bottom. You crack 2 eggs on top. You mix them up. I forgot to mix them up, but you don't have to. Then put a little chorizo sausage. I have some leftover chicken. And then you sprinkle a little cheese, salt and pepper, oven for 375 for 20 to 25 minutes. And you have your own little mini casserole. And it was delicious.
That sounds delicious.
It was really good. And you get a lot of protein.
I'm so happy. I'm just so happy to hear you're using your kitchen.
It's really fun having a kitchen, but that's all mine.
What? Yeah.
I don't have to share with anyone.
Yeah, no one is going in that kitchen. You do, just as a reminder, since it is just yours, you do have to clean it regularly.
Well, I do.
With?
I do. I have bleach spray because I like the bleach smell.
I love the bleach smell.
And then I have the Clorox wipes.
Okay. Good for you.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you're doing well.
Shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not shocked because we've had these conversations a lot recently.
I have a microwave cover.
I don't even have that.
I have a microwave cover. There's never any spots on the microwave.
That's incredible.
Pristine.
Pristine.
Now the cover, I should probably clean. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah. I'm happy that you have a microwave now. The fact that you've lived without a microwave for years blows my goddamn mind.
Get into it, baby. I can do anything without a microwave.
Okay.
Anyway, follow us on TikTok. And if you want to take me on a date, I'm available. We have to pretend to be nice.
I know we've talked a little bit about us seeing Willow Pill and stuff on Patreon, but I forgot to say one of the funniest interactions I had at Willow's show, which, by the way, thank you.
It was so good.
Yes, and thank you to those who said hi. I loved meeting Orion. She is insane.
Yeah.
What a beautiful boy face. Jealous.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get our tickets, right? And we're on the list. Thank you, Chan. We were on the list, so we have to go and they have to hand us physical, like, paper tickets. And so when we got them, we misread them and we thought we were in this one row. And we weren't, but because of my confidence, I went up to this row where people were sitting. I'm deeply disappointed in myself of how quickly I turned into my dad. I mean, I wasn't rude or anything, you know, and I did the whole millennial, like, I'm so sorry, I'm sure you're right, you know. Just in my head, I thought, because the girl goes, oh, no, look, here's our tickets. And she showed it to me, which immediately I felt like a monster, someone asking someone to show you. But I was like, oh, well, you have electronic tickets, so yours are your tickets. Maybe these were printed, like, we just picked these up. So maybe they were printed wrong or whatever. Anyway, so we get sat in the row where we're supposed to be. And again, I will look at that in therapy. Okay, I realize I felt so bad. Anyway, so Curtis is sitting next to me, and sorry to make you jealous, and Willem and like a group of her friends come, and she sits right down next to Curtis. She is hilariously high. You ever see someone that's so high, it makes you feel a little high?
Yeah.
I actually was high at that moment, so I guess that's why I felt that way, but she could not open her eyes. She sits down, turns to Curtis, and goes, oh, good to see you, how are you? Like that, and then like turns away. And Curtis is like, who is that? And I was like, oh, that's Willem. And he was like, oh. He was like, do you think she remembers us? Like from the Queer Teas a year and a half ago? Or whatever. Oh. And I was like, no. And I'm out of drag, so she definitely doesn't know who I am. And I was like, but hang on, like, this is a good opportunity to be networky, why not? And I was very high as well, so I was brave. So I was like, hey, Willem, hi, it's Darby. And she goes, Darby? And I was like, yeah, we've never met with me out of drag, but I have this show, and I got ready at your studio for the Queer Teas or whatever. And she is not taking any of the information in, and she's just going, oh, yeah, out of drag. Oh, out of drag. Like that. And she just kind of trails off. And I went, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're super high, right? And she's like, yeah. And then not 30 seconds later, she gets up, wanders away, and I don't see her ever again. Yeah. Disappeared. I don't know where she went. Okay, so IMHO, we do not promote drug use here. That is fucked.
No, say no to drugs. Scruff McGruff.
But if you say yes, if you can't get out of it, Get into it. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.